Crew Pros, your single source for high-quality, affordable home services. If you are remodeling, repairing, or replacing, Crew Pros are the professionals that can do the job no matter the size. If you are thinking of remodeling your kitchen or bath, needing a new HVAC system, plumbing repairs, flooring, or a complete roof replacement, call Crew Pros. Crew Pros, proud sponsor of the Grizz 901 podcast.
Memphis. Nothing but Memphis. Everywhere we go, it's Memphis. Memphis, Tennessee, the beautiful land in the world.
And I'm thankful for this guy who tweeted and said I don't have that fire in my eye no more. That game right there was for him. That's what I do. I prove people wrong each and every night, and that's for him right there.
Hi, this is Tom Izzo at Michigan State, and you're listening to Grizz 901.
What up, Grizz Nation, and welcome back to another edition of Grizz 901. I am your host, Daniel Greer, and we are presented by the good people over at Zach Jaworski State Farm, where they treat you like family. We are going for the three-man weave. We're going to bring in Ryan. What's up, man?
Hey, everybody doing all right?
Doing good, and Nate is here as well. What's up, man?
Adams looks like a mafia enforcer now. This is awesome. This is the best thing I saw all night. I love it. Hey, everybody.
Steve-O's, he is the leader of the mafia, right? He is the man. What's up with the mustaches, real quick? Does anybody have an idea what's going on?
They're awesome. What else do you need? If I could, I would, but this is about all I got. So
I don't get it. I've seen it now with Jitty, and I've seen it with who else? Conchar, and then as well as Adams. They all have it. I don't get why, but yeah. So they have it. Whatever. They're figuring it out, right? They're figuring it out. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into today's show. It's Black Lives Matter says it's an inside joke. Could they tell us? Anybody? Maybe not.
it doesn't matter. They're dope.
All right.
They're awesome.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into the show today. Not much we're going to get into the game. This is going to be straight All-Star edition. We have a good time off between our next show. The Grizzlies don't play until next Thursday, I believe, right? Next Thursday, I believe.
Yes.
We have a full week off. Okay,
Sounds right.
perfect. Yeah. TNT game against the 76ers. That's what I thought. So we're off for a good while. I am going to take the full time off, okay? But I hope that we're doing a free basketball of some sort. I would imagine that something comes out with that, Ryan, yes. And then also we're going to have a No Bluffing podcast. They always usually come out on Mondays, so make sure you stay tuned. We're going to let them have their time and let them do their thing. We're going to keep getting geared up for the post-game shows right after the games. Tonight's game, a 117-111 win for the Grizzlies. Real quick on this, Nate, let's go ahead and throw it to you real quick. It's going to be a game that the Grizzlies were up big. They allowed the Jazz to creep back in. What any initial thoughts on this game?
The Grizzlies didn't care in the second half. I think that's about all it was. They got up big and they let their foot off the gas, and then they almost got caught. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, your all-star point guard went 8 for 26 from the field and couldn't shoot 50% from the free throw line. So that's not ideal. But the only thing that's I think actually matters from this game is that Jaren was awesome. And he can be that all the time, but need him to be more consistent. And the late game offense has got to get fixed. They can't slow it down and quit moving in the half court like they like to. When they're up, they've got to keep the ball moving. They've got to keep running around. The Kennard movement was awesome, and they need everybody to do that.
Yeah.
And they would be a lot better team if they would, but they don't. So that's got to get fixed. But listen, they won a game. They went 3-1 into the All-Star break. That's all you want.
Yep. Ryan, anything you saw?
I mean, I thought outside of Jared, everyone sucked. And I thought everybody was kind of looking forward to the break. So it was kind of like, let's do our work early and just kind of, like Ja does, walk the dog. Let's just walk this thing into a 9-day break, which I think they desperately need to kind of recoup and refocus for the last, 20 games or so. But there was a lot of signs that were kind of interesting, but Yeah, I mean, it's kind of depressing to say that Steven Adams is sorely missed for this team. Like they just need him. But it just is what it is. Like we get Steven back after All-Star break. Should be good to go, I would think.
Yeah, and something else that I saw, you know what, and I will bring this up real quick. And I'll try and decide which one I want to put up from the chat. But Black Lives Matter, but I love you, but I'm going to absolutely disagree with here. Xavier Tillman, he's not great. He's okay. That'll fix itself, right? Steven Adams comes back, it fixes itself. The other one, Jitty, I would probably put Roddy over him. But let's just be honest. We're worried. Our Grizzlies fan base. This is the Get Off My Lawn segment, okay? Presented by me. Xavier Tillman played 12 minutes. John Conchar, 11 minutes. Conchar, 2 of 3 from deep, 2 of 4 overall. Xavier Tillman, 1 of 3. They both had rebounds. Who effing cares about guys getting 12 and 11 minutes? Who effing cares? We have guys, Santi Aldama, Luke Kennard, 2 best bench pieces. They're getting their 21 minutes. That's how teams look. We should not be worrying about the 9th and the 10th guy. I'm just going to be honest. It is what it is. I get it. Everybody hates Conchar now. He's fine. He's playing his role. This is his role, his 10 to 15-minute role. Hit a couple threes, hit a 3, get some rebounds, and then you're done. Who effing cares?
I think people cares because Jenkins will play them, right?
Yeah,
and that's the
They're
problem.
playing him 11 minutes,
and that's the thing. Like Jenkins is going to play 10 to 11 guys, and it's not going to matter when it comes to the playoffs when it matters.
They're not
because
going to play in the playoffs.
Neither of those guys are going to play. So this is just a regular season thing. They're regular season players. They're break glass in case of emergency players. So they're cheap for a reason.
It's also a product of the Grizzlies bench for the past 3 or 4 years has been such a strength that 6 through 10 have been very productive for this team in seasons past. And now we're looking at these guys that go out and their minutes are bad. And they're very visibly bad, right? And it's not even Tillman can't be your big, right? I'd change that to I can't wait for the Grizzlies have absolutely no size era to end, which is lasting as long as Steven Adams is out. But it's just got to be a mind shift for the fan base. But the fan base, I think we need a big mind shift from, hey, let's be negative and pissy about everything that goes wrong to, hey, this team is second in the West and the second or third youngest team in the league, and things are going pretty well. By the way, straw poll. Do we all think Santi Aldama is, in fact, not trash or a G Leaguer? Are we in agreement there?
You're talking about the guy who went plus 18 tonight, that guy, or no?
Yeah. just want to double check with you. Oh, okay, cool. Just making sure. Daryl. All right. Anyways, Daryl. Yeah, I can't worry about 9 and 10. You can't worry about 9 and 10 on the roster anymore.
All right, it's we're at the halfway point, right? The Grizzlies are still second in the West. I do believe, like, nothing changed, right? This whole time, nothing changed. Okay, all right. So they're still second in the West. The Grizzlies are still playing well. Listen, they had a great run. They had a terrible run. Now they're back to normal. Okay, they're playing okay basketball. They're going to be fine. They're still 4.5 games behind. They're still 3 games up on third. 35 and 22, the halfway point. I feel good with this team. We're going to have a full all-on probably podcast with free basketball, but also No Bluffing podcast talking about the midway point. I'd imagine something involved in that. We're not going to get involved in that because we have a podcast for the All-Star break. So F the rest of the show. We're going all in on the All-Star break. I don't care about the Grizzlies. We're going to bring up a little bit of the Grizzlies. And we're going to include it a little bit within what we're talking about with how big, honestly, Junior getting into the Rising Stars. Ja and Jaren actually becoming All-Stars. How awesome that is to have two players out in the West. And Ja is now starting. We're going to get into all that, but we're going to give you our full picks of the dunk contest and 3-point contest. We're going to slide right into the 3-point contest because it has the most names on the screen. So we're going to go ahead and fill them in for you. If you can't see it, Nate, just go ahead and maximize your screen. That'll help you out. I know this is probably the first time you're looking at it because you're not a plan ahead guy. So that's why I'm making you go first. So, Nate, give us your 3-point contest winner out of Tyrese Halliburton, who has a terrible looking shot. Tyler Hero, who's just a pull-up chunker. Buddy Hield, beautiful, beautiful shot. Kevin Huerter is ice cold right now. Damian Lillard, he only shoots really good in the fourth quarter. Lauri Markkanen, Anthony Simons, who's hurt, and then Jason Tatum. Go ahead and pick your guy.
Damian Lillard, boom.
That easy.
That's easy.
All right. Let's go, Ryan.
What about you, Ryan?
I was going to take Dame, but give me Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero.
Yep.
Wow. All right.
It's either Dame or a honky.
Ooh, speaking of honky, I'm going with Kevin Huerter. He is ice cold right now. But listen, he's going to thrive in Utah, right? Isn't that what happens?
Not with Karl Malone watching him.
I was about to say, are we going to address the Karl Malone being in there?
Oh my God. No, we're not. We're not touching it. We're going to leave it alone.
Speaking about not touching it.
I was about to say, unlike Karl Malone, we're just going to leave that alone.
I do have a question. Does he show up in overalls or flannel?
He's probably going to show up with an auto ad. He owns like half the auto stores there.
It's
He
whatever.
is super redneck.
It's whatever him and Brett Favre had coordinated for that day.
God, we are going to get sued. All right. We are not touching those. All right. So I picked Kevin Huerter. Ryan, he picked Tyler Hero. And then you go ahead and Nathan picked not Buddy Hield, Damian Lillard. All right. So do y'all want to pick another guy? So we have 2?
No.
Can if you want to. I don't care.
Perfect. We'll go with 1 each. All right. Is there anybody else that you like? Anybody else that you might like in this field? And is it entertaining at all? Because it looks like it was going to suck.
No, I think this will actually be fun because there's a chance of somebody weird winning it. Like if I was going to go with a runner up, I think Markkanen could be the dark horse just because he's in Utah. I think that could be a fun story. Or there's a chance that Dame just goes nutso and runs away with it. I like the 3-point contest. Someone always goes insane and ends up looking awesome. It's fun. I like it a lot more than what we're about to talk about. That's for sure.
Wow. All right. So let's just go ahead and get into it. We're gonna go ahead and talk about the dunk contest. We're gonna let Ryan go first in this one. The only rules I've given is we cannot pick the same guy, right? Because there's only 4 guys. There's 3 of us, so everybody has to pick somebody different. Ryan's gonna go first. Nathan's second. I will go last. We're gonna pick the dunk contest winner. If you have never seen these guys' names, that's majority of America. Okay. Mac McClung, I think he got picked up by the 76ers. Is that right?
Did he? I thought he's still in the G League.
He was in Delaware with the blue something, but now I think
Australia.
No, he wasn't. He was in the G League, and now Mac McClung just got picked up by someone. I bet it's just because they wanted to have a guy in the dunk contest on their team. Yeah. I don't know. So, all right, who do you have? Let's go ahead and go with you, Ryan. Go first.
You know how much I like Trey Murphy, but I think I'm gonna go with Kenyon Martin Jr.
All right. Honestly, Kenyon Martin Jr. is probably the guy who has like the name. He seems like he's cool. He's gonna have some good dunks. I think he's a sleeper that a lot of people. I think he'll do a little bit more to get people involved. I'm not sure about the other guys, but the only guy who I think would have the odds to win it, and I haven't even looked at the odds, I think it would be Kenyon Martin. So probably a good pick there.
Yeah, I think it's because of his size. He's kind of like a little undersized forward. That usually gives you a little bit of a points bump with the terrible judging.
Yep. So the 76ers signed Mac McClung to a 2-way contract on Tuesday. He was playing for the Delaware Blue Coats. Who's Delaware Blue Coats?
They're the Delaware Blue Coats.
I know, but
who answer your own question.
It doesn't say who they're the affiliate of. I was thinking they'd be the 76ers, and the 76ers just brought him up just to make him feel good.
They're going to sign him to a 10-day, and the All-Star breaks 9 days. So they get back on Friday. It's like, thanks, man.
It does not say who the Delaware. Does anybody know who is the Delaware Blue Coats 76ers? Yeah, so that's all they did. He was on their G League team. They brought him up for, a nice two-way. Whatever. This is stupid. All right, good job, 76ers. All right, go ahead. Who do you have, Nate?
I'll take Shadon Sharp. Oh, wait. There are no bright spots in this dunk contest. I'll take Trey Murphy because Ryan didn't.
Upset.
That is my thought process.
I was promised Shaden, and I was excited for that.
Dude, they've got to figure it out.
All of a sudden, he's not in the dunk contest. I'm like, oh, he's injured. And then, last night, he had an awesome
he was amazing.
Dude,
flew from the baseline dunk. And I was like, why is he not in this?
Right. They've got to figure out the dunk contest, man. There's zero redemptive qualities of this at this point. I got to go watch Karl Malone hand out piss poor scores to Mac McClung.
Just get rid of it.
I'm going to be playing Hogwarts Legacy. That's what I'm going to be doing.
The Delaware Coats. Mac McClung.
Call of Duty. I don't know. I may just watch Parks and Rec.
Mac McClung will win the dunk contest this year. 100%.
Oh, we're still going on this. Okay.
Take it to the bank. Mac McClung wins the dunk contest. You know who's not going to win? Jericho Sims, because none of us picked him. He's going to suck. Big guys don't do well.
I hope he does. There we go. Dark Horse wins the dunk contest. There's a storyline.
Mac McClung, get him out of here. All right, so we're now at the part where we actually wanted to get to, right? I wanted to do those because I thought it'd be fun. But this is really where we're going to break down the full NBA All-Star game roster. We're going to have Team Ryan versus Team Nate. And so I'm going to do the flipping of the coin and see who gets to go first so we can find out who's going to draft first. We're going to do them in the exact same order as they would. So you have to draft starters first. And then after the starters are drafted, then we'll go to the reserves. Okay. Is that fair, everybody? All right.
Fair.
Do y'all care about drafting for position first? Do you want to do back court or front court or just anybody?
I would say as long as you have
you have to have the
exact same. Yeah.
Okay. I'll keep watch of that. But before we get there, I want to make sure we talk about Zach Jaworski State Farm. Give them a call. They will make sure they bring you over to the family, and they will insure you and get you good insurance. Like me, it's hailing at my house right now. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's hailing out here. And thank God that my truck is covered by Zach Jaworski State Farm. You can give them a call at 901-794-3691. ZachInsuresMemphis.com. Again, 901-794-3691 at ZachInsuresMemphis.com. Give them a call. Let them know the Grizz 901 team sent you, and they will hook it up. All right, let's get into Team Nate and Team Ryan. Ryan, I'm known you the longest. Heads or tails?
Can I see the coin?
Yep. All right, people.
Tails.
Hold on. Heads is heads.
What
Purple
year is
Gatorade.
that? What year is that?
Tails. The year is 1972. Wow.
I'm gonna go with heads then. I'm changing my mind. Go with heads.
Were they weighted back then? Do you know something we don't?
There's a little more nickel on the front side. Yeah.
So we're talking about George Washington's head was a little bit heavier back in the day. Okay, that's what he's saying. All right, so we're going heads.
Please be heads.
Terrible.
I swear to God. I hope it's heads.
It's tails. All right. So first pick tonight, we'll go Nathan Qualls. All right. So Nate, go ahead and give me your first pick for the NBA All-Star team for Team Nate.
Homer pick Ja Morant. I'm a
God.
homer. I'm a Grizzlies homer. It is an all-star game. It's not for real basketball. It's to see people just do freaky stuff. And no one does more freaky things in the NBA than Ja Morant. So, Ja Morant, I'm going to pencil that in.
Yeah, but you forget about the All-Star game. It's a three-point shooting contest, which is why my first pick will be Luka Doncic.
Ooh, Luka. I like that. That's a good pick. You know what's funny, though, is the two leading vote getters were not picked in the first two votes.
Imagine that.
Weird. All right, let's go ahead and go back to Nate.
Oh, now I have to actually think about this. I will take I'll take Jason Tatum then.
Wow. Okay. Jason Tatum is off the board. Ryan, we're going to go back to you. So now we have a guard and a forward. So we're going to go back to Ryan. I think it's kind of falling into his lap.
You just end this podcast. It's fine. I'll take Giannis.
I knew that was coming.
All right. So we have.
It's a 3-point shooting contest. But it's a 3-point contest.
So we have Team International versus Team USA so far. Go ahead, Nate.
You see who I respect.
Yeah, I do. I'll take LeBron.
All right, we're going old man here, LeBron. LeBron, go ahead. He hits for 36 plus and might not play again the rest of the season. I'm kidding. He's playing right now. All right, good pick. Ryan? So everybody is aware we have Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, Donovan Mitchell, Nikola Jokic, and Lauri Markkanen all left.
Tell me we don't have an constantly updating graphic ready, Daniel?
I apologize.
On Grizz 901, the most tech advanced podcast in the Memphis area? Come on now.
I want to take Embiid. But Giannis Embiid, oof.
3-point shooting contest. Do it.
I think, you know what? I'm going to go out of left field, and I'm going to take Kyrie Irving.
Woo! All right. So we have Team Mavericks. So we're not guarding anybody. That's okay. We're in the All-Star game. Not guarding anybody. We're okay. We're going to funnel everybody to Giannis on Team Ryan. All right, Nate, what you got?
I will take Embiid.
All right. So you're finally looking better as a team, even though I like your team. You were definitely, suspect with the first two picks. So go ahead, Ryan. We're down to Lauri Markkanen, Nikola Jokic, and Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, I'm going to take Jokic now. Because I knew I was going to get stuck with Markkanen. So I was trying to think of what other guard. So it was between
All-Star.
It was between Kyrie and Donovan Mitchell. So I just went with Kyrie.
All right. So so it's Lauri Markkanen and Donovan Mitchell. Which one, Nathan?
I was counting on him not taking Kyrie and Donovan Mitchell. So Donovan Mitchell, please.
All right. All right. And that leaves us to Lauri Markkanen.
Yay.
We did it. Guys, we did it.
All right. So far, what do y'all think about your starting lineups? We have Team Ryan is Luka, Giannis, Kyrie, Jokic, and Lauri Markkanen. So you have two guards, with Kyrie and Luka. And three back guys is Giannis, Jokic, and Lauri Markkanen. So it's going to be very, honestly, that team can pass like crazy. Nathan has Ja, Tatum, LeBron, Embiid, and Donovan Mitchell. So you definitely have more of the athleticism over here on Team Nate. Everybody like their team so far?
I do. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Even though if the last game served as any proof, Luka and Kyrie were built for all-star type games. So not really anything else. So I don't know.
If I can trade Markkanen at some point, I'll be happy.
We can talk.
Lauri Markkanen is absolutely going to just go crazy. He's the hometown guy. They're going to play him the most. They set him tonight against the Grizzlies so they could play him.
They're not going to play Markkanen over Giannis or LeBron or Tatum. Like, it's not going to happen. Or Jokic.
They're going to play him.
They'll play him, but he's not going to play a lot.
He's the player for the fans.
If he turns into a shot chucker and he starts draining, they have to play him. That's the goal. That's the goal. Not for my team, but for the All-Star game in general. We need Markkanen to go for MVP and drop like 40. That would be awesome.
All right, let's get to the reserves now. The three people that you cannot select is Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and Zion Williamson. I will go over the names real quick for everybody. It's Bam Adebayo, Jaylen Brown, DeMar DeRozan, Tyrese Halliburton, Drew Holiday, Julius Randle, Pascal Siakam, Domantas Sabonis, Damian Lillard, Jaren Jackson Jr., Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Paul George, De'Aaron Fox, Anthony Davis. All right. This will be fun. I think this will be more of
I
a
agree.
little bit. We'll see the strategy here. Do we want to start with Ryan for the reserves? Is that fair?
Doesn't seem fair, but go ahead.
All right, Nathan,
Pop off.
Nathan, go ahead.
Then we're doing the 2 picks in a row thing. Yeah, I'm taking Anthony Edwards.
All right,
I love
I
me
like
some
that
Ant.
pick. I like that
I'm
pick.
sticking with the athleticism, and also he's big as hell.
All right, first player for the reserves. All right.
I'll take Dame.
Dame Dollar.
I think we're going to notice a very evident trend here.
All right, so those 2 guys are guards, right? So just gotta let everybody know that there will be a little bit of differentiation on this. But over here on the West, I'm just making sure that there's 2 forwards, 3 forwards, and then over here on the East, there are 3, 4, 5 forwards. So it's going to be a little bit lopsided on the forwards and guards. So I'd say all is fair game here. Just make sure we have a little bit of mix on here.
Yeah.
All right, Nate.
This is where it gets a little tough. There's a lot of good options, but I'm sticking with. Okay, yeah, sure. Sure thing, bro. I'm gonna stick with the Ryan mindset of 3-point contest, which means I'm going to not go with SGA. I think I'm gonna go with. I had to have a question for the court. What does Jalen Brown qualify as?
He is a guard forward. He's both. It says it guard forward on here.
It says that for All-Star.
It says it guard forward G-F.
Well,
so that's why I said there's so many
things you could have said.
He can be both.
Right.
He's a 3.
I'll go with.
It won't matter.
De'Aaron Fox.
All right. Go ahead, Ryan.
I'll take Paul George.
PG 13. All right. And just so everybody's aware, as soon as this is over, I'm going to make somewhat of a slide or some kind of a Canva art, whatever, however I can do it. We're going to put it up on Twitter. And then under that, in the thread, you can go ahead and vote in the poll. So just kind of give you a heads up. We're going to put it up. Let everybody vote, and we're going to see who actually wins. And so we're going to have this going on Grizzlies. So follow us at Grizz_lead if you are not a follower. Team Nate, what's up, man? Let's go.
Now I feel bad for the East, the ugly stepchild over there in the corner. This was what I thought would happen, which is the West is way better. I'll take Jalen Brown. I'll now take Jalen Brown.
Okay. I got a question. They said it's going to be right before the game. Do you think it's on the court?
They got to know who's wearing what jersey. That's got to be decided. I bet they decide beforehand or something.
So it's not surprising at all.
Not to the players. It'll be surprising to us. They got to
hate
know
that.
what color jersey everybody has to have. You
I was
can't
about
just
to say, like, they're going to have both
pick it up
sets
and
of
go.
jersey numbers and stuff.
I guess you could. And sell people the wrong jersey on the buyout market. That's what that's like the loser.
Rare Team
the loser of
Giannis.
the national championship gets the orange Morant jersey.
Well, no. So they sell them right now. If you go over to NBA.com, they have both colors for both Ja and Jaren. So it's like, if you buy the jersey now, he might not play in that color.
Maybe get a discount now. It's like, how risky do you feel?
All right, Ryan, who you got?
Terrible pick.
Do it. I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go DeMar DeRozan.
Okay.
Is he playing? I thought he was out, but never mind.
He is a 6-time All-Star guard forward. And so he can be whatever you want to be.
So helpful.
I know. Sorry.
Appreciate that so much.
All right, so Ryan now has added Dame, PG-13, and DeRozan, so a little bit of older players, I guess, in a sense. Some
No
vets.
passing on the bench.
Oh, yeah, there is 0 passing on that bench.
Zero
And
passing
then
on the bench.
over here with team athleticism, we have Anthony Davis and De'Aaron Fox and Jalen Brown. So
Didn't know we had Anthony Davis. That's cool. I get him for free.
I'm sorry, not Anthony Davis. I have
Let's
Ant
ride.
down here. Anthony Edwards.
Uh,
Sorry. It's been a long week, guys.
All right. This is where it gets to be slim pickings here at the end of the roster. This is where we get into the Conchar range for all-star teams.
it's where you're like looking for fit. Like,
Yeah,
what fits my team the best.
All right, this is who we got left for everybody real quick. We have Bam Adebayo, Tyrese Halliburton, Drew Holiday, Julius Randle, Pascal Siakam. If you've heard a lot of people from the East, that's because they don't really like the people in the East. DeMontis Sabonis, Jaren Jackson Jr., Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's it. That's all that's left.
I'm gonna go super boring but sneaky all-star game type of player because he'll chuck up shots and make them. I'm gonna go Julius Randle. I'm gonna actually take the Randle route.
That's probably the worst pick of the draft. All right.
That only makes me feel better about where this is going for me.
All right, so the worst pick of the draft now. So Ryan, you want to go ahead and go with your pick after that? Julius Randle. I don't know, what is that? 17th overall.
Sure, y'all wait till he goes and gets buckets. I'm gonna just drag y'all on Twitter.
I'm between SGA and Halliburton.
Shit, I know what I would do.
And I'm gonna go. I just like Halliburton, so I'm gonna go Hallie.
Okay. Halliburton.
And I'll go SGA because Ryan didn't.
That's probably the best pick so far. SGA falling that far down is crazy. He's going to be electric in the All-Star game. I think Halliburton has a chance to be really good in the All-Star game. I really do. Just because he's young enough and he's his first time being there, he's going to be a player who will make up for Julius Randle. All right, go ahead, Ryan.
My turn to do a homer pick. I'm going to take Triple J.
That's what I would have done too. Very good pick there.
I
Jaren
was
Jackson
about to
Jr.
finally go there.
First big off the board, I believe. Julius Randle's a big, but yeah.
Hey,
First
we've taken some forwards. All right,
Yeah.
technically.
Guard forwards, yeah.
big.
Technically
I'm about
speaking.
just the big guy. Center. All right, go ahead. Go back.
Big.
Go back, Nate. Who we got left? Let's wrap it up real quick. We have Drew Holiday, Pascal Siakam, DeMontis Sabonis, and
Bam!
Bam Adebayo. There he is.
And I'll take Bam Adebayo.
All right. Bam Adebayo. All right. Let's go. 3 more picks left. You get 2. So whichever you don't go with, Ryan, you know you're getting an automatic pick. So who are you going to get?
Let's see.
We're officially down to Drew Holiday.
Would Nate take Sabonis and
Siakam
have Bam,
and Sabonis.
Randall, and Sabonis?
Ooh,
with
this is
the
where
Fox.
it gets in. This is thinking out loud. I like it. You playing tricks on him?
I'm just going to take the player that I like better for an All-Star game, and that's
There we go.
Siakam.
Yep.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
All right, Siakam. So now we have the last 2 guys. We have Sabonis and Drew Holiday.
Oh, gosh. Goodness gracious. Me, oh, my. Hold up. I'm doing a little bit of finagling over here. That's the one I was forgetting.
So
Looking
now
at
you
some
have
stats.
You have Ant, Fox.
I care less about stats. I'm trying to see who he has on his team to see who I want to stick him with. I don't want either player. I'm trying to think.
Wow. You have Jalen Brown, Julius Randle, SGA, and Bam. We're down to Drew Holiday and Sabonis.
Yeah, I'm taking Holiday. Give him another big to play with.
Mm.
See, I like Sabonis over Holiday in the All-Star game just because Drew Holiday's been there. He's really probably just like hanging out with the kids. Like, yeah, listen, get me 8 minutes. Let me shoot a few 3-pointers and we're done.
Play defense.
Sabonis has been there, and he's not going to be. It's like not about physical rebounds. So I don't know what. What are we talking about? Drew Holiday will make some threes. There we go. That's all I need.
All right, let's break it down real quick. So we got some bonus right there to Team Ryan. So let's go down for the full list of Team Nate, and that's going to be Ja Morant with the number 1 overall pick, and that is then Jason Tatum, LeBron, Embiid, Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Edwards, Fox, Jaylen Brown, Julius Randle, SGA, Bam Adebayo, and Drew Holiday. How do you feel about that, Nate?
I'm feeling like I was on mute. I'm feeling solid about this team.
What's your biggest regret?
Based upon my 5 minutes of research, I feel like I killed it.
What's your biggest regret? Biggest pick regret? A certain spot or player?
I don't live life with regrets, man. I don't know what you want me to say, brother.
Cheesy.
It's pretty awesome. I don't know. The only one that I could come to regret is taking Tatum instead of Giannis. That's the only one that I look at and I'm like, that might have been bad, but it might have been great. I don't know. I was told it's a 3-point contest. So I think I won if that's the case. I don't know. No regrets, brother.
All right, Ryan,
Who
on
your
team
team shoots threes besides like 3 of your players?
Bro, Ja didn't make a single 3 tonight because he's saving it all for the game. Shout out to him making one last free throw to push my parlay over the top. Big time.
Wow. All right, let's go to Team Ryan real quick. We have Luka Doncic, Giannis, Kyrie, Jokic, Lauri Markkanen, sleeper MVP.
Ugh.
Sleeper MVP.
That's
Dame
my regret
Dollar,
that it was forced upon me.
yeah. Dame, PG-13, DeRozan, Halliburton, Triple J, Siakam, Sabonis. All right, biggest regret. Obviously, outside of having to be stuck with Lauri Markkanen, who any guy you regret taking in a certain spot?
I'm on the fence about DeRozan pick.
Who was next after him?
I think he took
it was
Jaylen
Randall.
Brown.
So you had another pick of the night guy you thought you were going to get stuck with anyway. So I feel like that's a win.
The DeRozan Halliburton, like mid draft.
Yeah, what are you doing? Just shooting mid-range jumpers?
Could be a trip up, but we'll see. We'll just
got the
ride.
mid-range jumper team over here in the
We
bench.
got Halliburton. You got to cover all your bases, right? Like I've got Dame, half court, Halliburton, 3-point line, DeRozan, mid-range, Sabonis and Triple J, rim. We're covered in all zones.
I like it. Who do you think the people's going to Nate, who do you think the people are going to side with? You or Team Ryan?
Me. What are we talking about? I have the fun team. I got Ja Morant, Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum. I even took LeBron, who I don't personally like, but I'm going to get the Bron people on my side. Got De'Aaron Fox, so Beam Nation's on my side. Even though I did stick him with Sabonis, but he didn't even want Sabonis, so why go with him, people? Don't vote Ryan. He didn't want your little Kings player. I did. I wanted your Kings player, and I got him. My team's fun. What are we talking about?
Ryan, do you think people will side with you or Nate?
I think they'll definitely side with me for sure.
You think? What's the reason? And I have my thoughts, but go ahead. What's the reason?
Because we're gonna put up 250 points. We're not going to score. We're not going to play defense at all, but we're going to score a lot.
2 words. Wow. Alley oop.
I have Giannis. I mean, the combo of Giannis, Jokic, Luka, and Kyrie.
Giannis is still going to be on the other side of the court by the time that they score. Giannis is not going to make it to half court by the time y'all's team gets a bucket. Team no fun versus team all fun.
I'm just trying to see who's throwing. Is like LeBron throwing Ja lobs all the time?
Sure.
Maybe.
Is Donovan Mitchell freezing out another big?
Yes.
Ooh. And Embiid?
And he's going to drain threes. And he's going to miss one, and then Ja's going to come in and yam it.
Wow.
Is Ja gonna have less than 7 turnovers in the All-Star
Listen,
game?
again,
Sheesh.
based on my 5 minutes of extensive research, my team is going to kick your team's ass.
All right, I like it. I think this will be fun. I think that people will really enjoy looking at the different selections. Let's go through this real quick. Who do you think is a MVP? If you had to choose one, Ryan, let's go to you first. Is there an MVP that you're saying, hey, whatever the odds are, we're not even going to go there, but I will try to give you your odds as soon as I can pull them up. But is there anybody that you're like, hey, this guy could win the MVP? This is who I would go with. Your team or not your team?
I would say Luka or LeBron.
Okay.
Yep.
What say
LeBron's
you?
focused on winning on anything not named an NBA championship.
Wow.
So
Is this because he doesn't
I'm with
get to
Ryan
go?
on that pick.
Is it because he can't get into the actual playoffs?
Yeah. He's got to win something this year. Not at Kareem's expense.
Wow. They don't even have the lines out yet, so there's no way I can even see them right now. But all right, so LeBron winning. Wow. All right. Let's get into a little bit of Grizzlies talk real quick, and let's go into a few things.
Lowry. Dude, I'm going for the marketing MVP. I want that to happen so bad.
100% putting on like a free $5 bet on it. It's got to be like plus 3,000 of some sort, I imagine.
Get him up, Lowry. You deserve this.
He's got to, right? All right. Let's transition a little bit back to the Grizzlies. So if you've listened this long and you're a Grizzlies fan, thank you. We're going to talk about Kenny Lofton Jr. first, and then we're going to get to Jaren, and we're going to put a nice, beautiful bow on it on the halfway point of the season. Nothing too crazy. Obviously, the hail is messing up my signal, so if I sound bad or weird, I'm catching weird stuff on my side. But hopefully, there's no feedback on the audio version. The video looks a little weird to me, but maybe not. Kenny Lofton Jr. Let's go with you, Nate, first. Rising star. He is the only rising star on the team. He's the guy that was undrafted. He's dominating the G League. Any thoughts on that or anything that surprised you out of that selection?
I'm surprised that Santi Aldama did not make his way with the international versus national setup. I am genuinely surprised he didn't make that game. But I am a little confused on this. Is there a Rising Stars game and then there's a G League Next Up game and he's in the G League Next Up game? Because I saw the Rising Stars thing and he wasn't on it.
I thought
Jordan
he was
Rising Stars?
I thought he was on the G League team that played in that.
Okay, maybe that's what it is because I saw the teams that got drafted by whoever, and I didn't see him anywhere on it. So I was
you're
confused.
right. You're right. So Team Jordan Rising Stars, he is not on.
Are they not doing that mini tournament again?
I'm not sure. The G League Next Up game. All right, I'm going to go to, and he is on that team. Scoot Henderson, City Kiss, I don't know. David Duke Jr., London Johnson, Mojave King Lofton,
David
Guy
Duke
Santos,
Jr. can't be next up. He's already been up and he's back down.
Barbacar Sane, Nemus Queta. Scottie Pippen Jr.
We're good.
Hey,
We're
Scottie
good.
Pippen Jr. Where's your mom? Leonard Miller.
Eric
Mika.
Beasley's
Who
on
is
vacation.
Eric Mika?
I don't know who any of these guys are, brother. Okay,
All right.
Back to the point at hand.
Yeah, this is terrible.
Kenny's going to cook, dude. This is built for Kenny Lofton Jr. Just go get buckets against guys who can't guard you. And that's it.
Is anybody going to watch this game?
When is
I
it?
think so for Scoot.
But does it matter?
Yeah,
None of
people
this
will watch.
matters. None
People
of it
will watch.
does.
Yeah.
This is I think this is probably the worst thing. And it's on the 19th. I don't know when the game is. I don't know if it even says anything, but the game is on the 19th. So it's
That's
the same
Saturday.
day. So it's a Sunday, right?
Sunday.
Same
Uh-huh.
day. And so it's the same day as the game. I don't know. Luca Garza was a captain. Let's just be honest. He shouldn't even be in the game. But he was a captain. He was a top 10 vote leaders. People voted for this, and Luka Garza was the number 1, and then there was Kenny Lofton Jr. as number 2. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think people will watch for Scoot. I will not be one of those people, most likely, but people will watch for Scoot.
Will you watch for Kenny Lofton Jr.?
No.
No way. Wow.
Listen, I like Kenny. I think he is an absolute bucket. I think he will one day be an NBA bucket, but I'm not on the Kenny Lofton hype train like most of the fan base is. I feel like the dude can get buckets. I just don't care. I just don't care, man. If I was gonna watch, I'm gonna be honest, it'd be to watch Scoot Henderson play. That would be why. And I would enjoy watching Kenny get buckets. I absolutely would, but I'm not. It's like baseball. I'll watch a baseball game and I'll enjoy watching a baseball game. I'm going to watch the baseball game because someone else happened to turn it on the TV while I happened to be there. That's how I feel about this game.
Just tell us how you feel, Ryan. As we keep losing all of our viewers, Ryan, how do you feel about this?
I can't wait to watch future All-Pro Kenny Lofton Jr. first team NBA.
I can't wait to watch.
Is he playing football? Is he an All-Pro? Is he playing linebacker?
First team. No.
The round mound of playground, Kenny Lofton Jr.
Yeah, I'm kind of like Nate. I just don't really care. Like, I'll watch it because I just watch it anyways, just to watch it.
You're a nerd.
Yeah, that's very true. But I'm not watching it to be like, oh, see, Kenny Lofton can play with these guys. Like, he took Scoot Henderson. He should be the number 1 pick in the draft. Like, I'm just not one of those people. So it'll be cool to see him show out, but
yeah,
it's not going to be an indication where it's like, see, Jenkins, he should be getting a roster spot. Like, that's just not going to be who I am about it.
All the highlights will get retweeted, and I'll just see those all afternoon, and that'll be perfect. That's fine.
The funny thing about like the narrative, this is the ultimate game for Kenny Lofton Jr. 0 defense. Most people don't care. He's going to cook, and he's going to absolutely blow up the Grizzlies timeline. He just is. It won't help the narrative for Jenkins and the rest of the Grizzlies because it's going to get even bigger after this game.
Yeah,
he's going to put on a show.
He's going to put
on a show.
Second in the West.
But what I will say is there's no room for Kenny Lofton Jr. on this team as currently constructed. Unfortunately, I love Kenny. I was a huge fan of Kenny when the draft was coming around. We did a lot of that on Free Basketball, but I was a huge fan. I think that he should have gotten drafted. He's still on a team of some sort. I think he should have gotten some play more than he's gotten this year for the Grizzlies. I think there's been spots that they could have played him just to see what he's got. So I do think that he hasn't had a fair chance to really show out. But also I think that it's probably more about, I guess, discipline and maybe getting his body right. It's probably been the reason they haven't really rewarded that just yet. But I don't know. I could be wrong. But let's go ahead and move on to our next guys. And the Grizzlies, 2 All-Stars, Ja and Jaren. And Ryan, I'm going to let you go first on this. And we don't want to spend too much time. But how excited are you for both of them to be All-Stars? Is there anything on this that really that you love? Because obviously it's Jaren's first, Ja's second. He's now a starter, even though he wasn't selected by the fans. But it's great to have, honestly, 2 All-Stars for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I would like for them to be on the same team. But I think it's going to be awesome that they just get to like hang out with each other, essentially, for the entire time, right? And from what everybody's saying, no one really likes us. So, I mean, people are going to, like, the guys at the All-Star game, they don't care, right? They're the top of their sport for a reason. Like, they don't get into that kind of petty stuff. But I think it is a good kind of like opportunity for them to just really not bond, but like grow like that, you know, I don't know the right way to say it without making it sound weird, but to make their kind of like, you know, friendship blossom, the commitment, you know, maybe they seem like, let's be here every year, you know, and it kind of helps push them to bring that back to the Grizzlies, about their experience. They tell Bane about it. Look, dude, you get here next year. Let's have 3 of us. Like, I think that could be really helpful for the team overall. So I think it's awesome to have 2 All-Stars. I didn't expect him to get selected, so that was surprising. At Triple J anyways, but I think it's just going to be a really fun bonding time for them, where they just hang out all the time with everybody else.
Yeah, I agree. Nate?
Yeah, I'm with Ryan. I actually think that, I don't want to overblow it and make it seem like this is some rom-com, bro-com, whatever it would be, between Ja and Jaren, but I do think that it is a good opportunity for them to truly bond as teammates while they're there. It's them, I don't think any of these guys that are going to be there, like Ryan saying, hate these dudes, but I don't think any of these guys are going to be there love these dudes either necessarily, right? But it's a chance for them to be there, work together the entire weekend. And honestly, the Grizzlies need a Jaren connection to continue to lay out for them to be all they can be. And it hadn't been there. And them being there together is a chance for them to have that experience together. Just those 2, right? There's nobody else on the team that's going to be a part of the stuff they're a part of. It's just them
Kenny Lofton
in and out.
Jr.
Nope, there's going to be nobody else there, like I said, doing what they're doing, anything that matters this weekend. And I think could be really good for them to have that together and go through that experience together. So, I think it'd be awesome. And then I think they can both do awesome stuff in the All-Star game. I think Ja was very much so just happy to be there and probably was sweating pure Casamigos out during the All-Star game last year. And I think this year he probably is like wants to prove that he should have been just an unquestioned starter for the team. Yeah. So I expect to see Ja take a little more initiative this year. Last year he was kind of just going with the flow.
Yeah, I agree. He didn't play much. And I don't know I can't remember who they played over him, but it was just like, come on, guy.
LaMelo got more minutes than him.
LaMelo. And there's a reason, I think. I think the Grizzlies actually thought that they had a chance to be really good last year. I think that came from the Grizzlies front office. Like, hey, let's play you. Let's get you in, 10, 12 minutes, and let's get you out of there. It also could have been the Casamigos, too. It could have been both, honestly.
He got started before he took off, so.
All right. Anybody else have anything else before we completely get out of here?
Shout out Grizz. 3-1 heading to the break. How about we be happy about a win? Novel idea. Memphis. Victory. Memphis. Victory.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll celebrate. I wore my no chip shirt. My jaw no chip shirt from way back whenever all that went down. I will say that the Grizzlies are playing above expectations. The Grizzlies were not supposed to be in this spot at this point in the season. Nobody really thought that they would be here at this spot. So they are exceeding expectations. I know it sucks as fans sometimes because we're like, man, they could be so much better. It's the regular season. The coach is coaching like it's regular season. He's running their normal stuff. And so just understand that's the reason that they play certain people 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. The same reason they play the same rotations over and over again. But I think just like anybody else, I think it gets frustrating because we want to see a little bit of adjustments that we're seeing, especially in the big games. And right now, I know we have a losing record in all the big national television games. I think that's the biggest thing. So coming out of this All-Star break, hopefully everybody's rested and coming back. Coming out of this All-Star break is a gauntlet. If the Grizzlies can figure out a way to just go 500 in the 10 games, so if they go 5-5, the Grizzlies come out national television against the 76ers on the road. Then they come home against the Nuggets. Another home game against the Lakers. Now the Lakers are a lot better. And then they have Rockets should be obviously an easy game, but that's the Rockets on the road. That's a game you easily could overlook. Then you have the Nuggets on the road, Clippers on the road, Lakers on the road. That's their West Coast road trip. And then you come home, Warriors at home, Mavericks at home, and then on a semi back-to-back, you go away to Dallas. and then you get the Heat on the road. That's a tough stretch. And after that, it doesn't get much easier, but you do catch the Rockets twice again, the Magic, the Hawks. But the first 10 or so games out of that are going to be very tough. The Grizzlies had to figure out a way to just go 500. That's really all it is. Because if they go 500, they'll hold on to their spot in the West, especially the 2 seed. It's important for them to keep that 2 seed. That way they have as much possible chances to play home games, because that's really what they need. So I'm excited about that. But that's all we have. Thank you for kind of hanging out with us. It's been a crazy week for me personally, but you know what? I'm glad to be here and doing this. We will not be back on Grizz 901 doing post-game shows until Thursday. So Thursday against the 76ers, so we got a little bit of a nice break. But make sure you stay tuned, because we're going to have other podcasts like Free Basketball as well as No Bluff, and they'll put out some kind of a content before our next show. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But that's all we really have. It's been a great halfway point in a sense. We're a little over halfway. Obviously, we're 2/3, but it's been a great stopping point for the Grizzlies. As Nate said, the 3-1 obviously is a good way to end it. But that's all we have. As we always say, be nice and tell your friends.